All right, so how many of you guys, raise your hand if you're involved in sports, any clubs, just keep it raised. Any clubs, if you have a sibling, if you have a family that's a single parent, if you're considered middle class or lower class. Okay, so see all these hands, guys? All right. So these all are our identity, what society tells us. And with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I thought my identity was. So in high school, I was involved in soccer and cross country. I love sports. I was involved in choir. I love school, so I was involved in the National Honor Society, all this other jazz. And I believed for the longest time that was my identity. So it wasn't until I went to college where God was taking that away. So when I wasn't in sports any longer, I didn't associate myself with being an athlete. When I was in pharmacy and I wasn't getting the grades that I wanted, I was no longer that top student. And as God was pulling away all of those things, you kind of get that empty feeling where you feel kind of hopeless. You're like, well, if this isn't my identity, then what am I living for? Like, what am I here for? What's my purpose? And so as that was happening, I was trying to understand why I was here. What was my purpose? And it wasn't until my freshman year of college where God started whispering in my ear what my true identity was. And slowly, He started to tell me that I was the daughter of a king, that I was no longer bound by sin and temptation and shame and guilt. I know I was now free from fear, anxiety. I was free from worry and stress. And then God kept saying to me how valuable I was, and that my identity wasn't in those things that society tells me, that I'm a twin and I have a single parent or I'm lower middle class. God started to tell me my worth in all things. My worth, when people said, your identity's in Christ, and I would always ask, what does that even mean? How can my identity be in a man? I don't know. So when I started to learn of who Christ was and His role in my life, I started to see that my identity was through Christ. And Christ is the one who offered all of this to me. So when He offered all of this to me, I learned that I was made right through Him, that I was free from all of that stuff, and that I am now daughter of a king, walking with Him and spending eternity with Him, and I'm no longer bound to all of that stuff. So, as you guys are going throughout your life, through high school, and college, and middle school, even in the workforce, it's a constant reminder that our identity doesn't lie in our job, in our status, who we talk to, who we associate with. That's not our identity. So if anyone ever needs to talk about where your identity lies, just remember that you all are sons and daughters of the one who created this world. And that's the highest identity you could possibly ever have. And I want to be a part of that identity.
Praise God.